Today, I want to make the best looking spaceship I can, using trash. Let's first see what I have to work with, so let me show you my junk. I've got a variety of different jars, containers, lids, caps. For the main body of my ship, I think I'll be using this dustpan. I like the shape and the curves and how the front kind of looks like a sci-fi cannon or a weapon. These small bottles look like engines to me, and I've got 2 of them, which is good considering most vehicles have a symmetrical look, one for each side. I'm taking a look at everything from all angles. The goal is to take these recognizable items and combine them to look unique. I can't remember where I got these mint containers, but I like how when the lids are upside down, they kind of look like a satellite dish. I first thought these Altoid containers would work well, but I noticed the name is indented into the lid, so even when painted, it might still be readable. But maybe I could find a way to make it work. This container is similar in the sense that when painted, the shape and top of the lid might be too recognizable. Here is another good bottle. It looks like it could act like a rocket engine. I've only got 1 of these, so maybe it can be the main center engine. I forgot I had this, and I never use it, so maybe this clamp could be a robotic claw? Now is the fun part of selecting the ship that we want to make today. Let's see what kinds of glue I have. I want a super glue that is strong and can bind to anything. This one should work well. Before I start on this ship, I wanted to test out this glue on a couple scrap pieces to give a better idea on how thick and quick drying and how strong this glue is. And oh man, these fumes are pretty strong, so I set up a fan. This empty glue stick has a cool center part, and I think it combines with this pill container for an extra detail. After gluing each part, I'm going to add a weight and allow it to fully dry. I've got a problem to solve here. Some of my trash parts don't have enough surface area to glue. Luckily, I've got some paper printed internet. I think that's what this is called. Now there is enough surface area for the super glue to really hold tight. Yep, really tight. So I'm going to use this method a lot on this ship. And would you look at that? 6 pieces of corn for only $2. Another problem is this glossy plastic. It's too smooth. A little trick I learned is to score it and add some cuts to the plastic so the glue has something to hold on to. And if I can't add a weight, I can use a rubber band to help hold the parts together as they dry. I also now have a use for this clamp. So I guess it's not trash, but it's trash spaceship helpful. I think this takeout food container will be perfect for the main flight control area. I can feel the super glue on my fingers already. I hope this doesn't last too long. I found some thick wire, and I think this could resemble some pipes on the ship. I've got a 3D printer, so I might as well use the printer to print a few extra small parts that I created to spice up the ship. Now right now, this looks like a bunch of random trash glued together. And it is. But some paint will unify this all together. Some blue paint on the engines. Tape that off. Add some white primer. Then some red paint. It's a little too shiny for me, so I'm going to add a clear matte. This ship will have some weathering, so let's take some regular black acrylic paint and mix it with some water. Then brush that in well and wipe it away so it stays in the cracks and add some variation. Next, I'll add some chrome paint. And dry brush it onto the corners only, and it really makes them pop. Now, some people might say I went too far with the weathering. Other people might agree, and I agree, yeah, I went too far with the weathering, but it was a lot of fun. Next, I modeled and 3D printed a couple parts and spray painted them green. This part I'm going to glue to the bottom of the ship. And the other part will fit perfectly into my tripod. Time to set up the green screen. And hey Leo, get off my green screen. Okay, it's better. I can use After Effects to create a thin mask around the ship and then key out that green, and then add my own background, and even add myself. You might say it looks like a piece of junk. I would say it's actually several pieces of junk. And remember the old saying, aim for the moon. Even if you don't make it, you'll wind up building a spaceship out of trash and compositing yourself with a green screen, and you'll wind up amongst the stars. See you next time.